On tonight's episode of Rams Investigates, we'll be looking at the phenomenon known as plagiarism. WSSU's policy defines plagiarism as intentionally and knowingly representing in any academic exercise or matter the words or ideas of another as one's own. Sounds pretty cut and dry, right? Well, it's a common myth that plagiarism is simply copying someone's writing verbatim, whether it be turning in a paper you didn't write or failing to cite an author when using a direct quote. However, many people don't realize you can actually plagiarize yourself. Turning in an old paper you used for another class is in fact plagiarism. Additionally, failing to correctly cite a source and include a bibliography is plagiarism. In the following clips, we'll meet 3 convicted criminals who have experienced the consequences of plagiarism. First, we'll meet the unintentional plagiarizer, who simply thought she was using her time wisely by reusing old papers. Next, we'll meet the bandwagon plagiarizer. She thought it was no big deal, and that everyone else was doing it. Finally, we'll meet the compulsive plagiarizer, who started innocently enough, but soon found that buying papers online was quick and
My name is Lauren Boss, and I've been labeled the unintentional plagiarizer. I never meant to do it. I would never plagiarize on purpose. I didn't know that if I didn't use a direct quote that I still had to have an in-text citation in my paper. And on top of that, I'm having such a hard time keeping up with all of my classwork, with all these group projects. This semester is insane. So when we had 2 similar assignments for different classes, I thought, hey, I'll just turn the same paper in twice. That'll be fine. I wrote it, right? Wrong. I got caught for plagiarizing and I had no idea. I would never do it on purpose. Now, I don't go anywhere without my APA manual. It has all the answers that I need when it comes to plagiarizing and how to avoid it to make sure that I cite things properly. If I had one tip for somebody, it's always check with the manual first. If you have any questions or doubts, check with the book. You'll find the answer. I'm so sorry, Mom. I never did it on purpose.
Hi, my name is Katie, and I have been labeled the bandwagon plagiarizer. I say bandwagon because all my friends were doing it, none of them were getting caught, and I said, how are you guys doing this? And they said, just to paraphrase, just change a couple of words here and there, pretty much the same sentence, but who cares? So I was trying it, and I submitted my paper, and I was caught. And I said, well, I cited it, and teacher said it didn't matter. So I failed. So my tips for all of you guys would be, if you're going to paraphrase, just change up the whole sentence. Just rewrite it, put it in your own words. So that way, when you go to turnitin.com, you don't get caught with plagiarism because you paraphrased.
I'm Taylor, but they call me the compulsive plagiarizer. It started off harmless. A few improper citations here, not enough references there, wasn't a big deal. All it cost me was a reprimand, dropping a letter grade, and a slap on the hand. It was too easy to get away with. I said, why not? Let's crank this up a notch. Write a 10-page paper, they said. Ha! Who has time for that, right? Not this guy. I copied 9.5 pages straight from the book. I was feeling pretty smooth about it too, until they told me I failed the course. Luckily, I didn't need that class anyway. You think that stopped me? Nope. A few weeks later, I faced a tough decision. Write the research paper or hit the gym. Bet you know which one I didn't choose. I bought a paper online, turned it in as my own, and got suspended. Wasn't long after that, they held a hearing about my behavior, decided to expel me. So here I sit now, a loser with no future. You don't want to be like me. Write your own work, cite everything that's not your own idea, and know your school's policy on plagiarism.